There's this belief in football that if you are not playing like Guardiola, you're not doing anything. Everybody wants to play like Guardiola, likes of Arteta and others. They always feel like, okay, Guardiola's way is the best way. And I don't agree with that. I feel Guardiola has his style. So you as a coach try to create your own style. But everybody wants to try the inverted fullbacks and the rest. So my question now this evening is, do you feel that sorry, let me adjust the lights. My question now is, oh, my lights shit. That's part I will cut down. Okay. My question now is, do you feel that possession football is overrated?
So, what is possession football even? I think that's where we should start off from. I think the whole whatever about out possessing, I understand the whole idea behind saying the longer I deny my opponent the ball, the inability of my opponent to there exists the inability of my opponent to hurt me. But then again, if I'm denying my opponent the ball and I'm not utilizing the ball at the final third of the pitch, which is where it is most useful, or is expected to be most useful, converting chances or possession into chances and then chances into, goals. For me, I think it's crap, really. Like, I'm still a fan of 4-4-2. I don't believe, I believe you can win a game with 38% possession. It's about what do you do with it. It's not, there's no point having 67, 73%, 75% of the ball possession in 90 minutes and then you finish the game 1-0. 2-1. That's crap, really, if you ask me. So, like you said,
a lot of coaches 2-1, winning or losing. I don't understand. Is he finished
I'm saying
on the winning side?
Either way, if you possess 77%, 80%, but you should convert that thing to 4 goals. It's crap. If you have the whole of that possession and probably maybe you have 17 chances and 7 on target, or 23 chances and 8 on target, and then or even less, and then maybe I have 2 or 3 chances and I score. Of those ones, I think I'm a better team.
People mistake possession for control. You understand? They mistake possession for control.
Hold on, please. Let me before I lose my line of thoughts here. So I was about saying, talking in line of this possession on game control thing. I can dictate the pace of a game without the ball. We have seen these times unnumbered. Jose Mourinho have done it effectively well. Alex Ferguson have done this effectively. I keep saying this. Ferguson didn't play the best of footballs. He just bossed teams. He won teams. He just knew how to win teams. Jose Mourinho have done it. He has won the Champions League. He has won Premier League and whatever. What's it called? The guy in Atletico Madrid. He has done this. Yeah. Wenger. Go look at Wenger's possession. Wenger was more of game control, game management than useless possession.
Rafa Benitez on the overlap said Tiki Taka is a waste of time.
Listen, I was listening to Sam Allardyce earlier today. He was still hammering on the same thing. It's like managers are becoming lazy. Everybody wants to play out from the back. I was listening to Sam earlier today. It's like that he has seen a ton of managers who have won without this thing. You can dictate the pace of a game. You can go ahead to win a game with less of the possession. You can keep a possessive team at bay. I was saying this thing.
Talking about control. Last season, let's not even go far. Last season, Ancelotti controlled the game without the ball against Man City in Champions League. If you can remember. Secondly, Ten Hag controlled that FA Cup final without the ball, especially in the first half. Do you know that Man City didn't have a shot on target in that first
half? First off, Real Madrid. It was not just the final.
So we're talking about their semi-final against Man City.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, quarter-final against Man City.
The most part of Real Madrid's season, I'm talking last season, was more about game management. If you look at the way they were accused of not playing excellently well and going ahead to win games almost the whole of last season.
Yes.
I think Ancelotti learned from the mistake of, well, not exactly a mistake. He said his players refused to play or didn't play as in line with what he asked them to play. I'm talking of the time they lost to Man City, the last 2 seasons back before eventually defeating Man City last season. Another manager you mentioned, Eric Ten Hag, let's forget even what he did I'm going to come to what he did in the final he won and the final he lost. Don't forget that the final he lost, if not for that spectacular strike, it would have gone to a penalty. I'm talking of Rodri's strike, 2-1.
So, Gundogan.
Sorry, Gundogan strike, rather. Sorry, Gundogan strike, that's 2-1. That game should have gone to probably extra time and then whatever, and a penalty. People forgot how well Manchester United managed that game.
Yeah, I think they only have 2 shots on target. That's what I'm not mistaken.
Let's look at the same Eric Ten Hag. I'm talking Ajax Eric Ten Hag now. The mistake you will do is to possess that guy and lose ball carelessly. His team was transiting from any angle and from any phase of play. They could go from attack to defense and back to attack in split seconds. You mistakenly lose the ball wherever at any angle of the team. They damage you. They are not about holding the ball. They are about utilizing it. Not until you went to mess up against Tottenham Hotspur, where you had won the game in the first in the first leg. You should have just come and whatever, just sat back and enjoyed. And he tried to continue that kind of his football. I think inexperience counted against him then. But basically, what I'm saying is, just as you have said as you started off, I think managers are becoming too lazy. Everyone wants to play out the ball from the back. Everyone wants to have a goalkeeper. Nobody's thinking of shot stoppers as goalkeepers. When I'm thinking of footballers, very soon we should have number 10s as goalkeepers then. Nobody's thinking of shot stoppers now. Nobody's thinking of proper right backs. Imagine, to be honest here, I understand that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not exactly good going forward. But I tell you, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a solid right back. What's his primary assignment as a right back? But it is because of the way football is so-called perceived these days. What is that? As much as the managers who are trying to play this thing, nobody has played it like Pep plays it. Nobody.
Yeah.
So it is even safe to say it's a gift to Pep. Like it's a talent thing.
Maybe Pep understands it better than all managers.
Yeah, so maybe I can even say it's that kind of like. To be honest, I still don't understand why you can't play your flat 4-3-3. I still don't understand why you can't play your 4-2-3-1 with a 2 pivots. I still don't understand why you can't play your flat 4-4-2 or your 4-4-1-1. I still don't understand why you can't have your team just sit in either zone formations or flat formations and do the damage. I still don't understand why.
But if we even look at it, okay.
But at a time when they are praising playing from the back, possession craft, Manchester United is signing Ruben Amorim.
So
how does he play? What's his business with possession? Does Ruben think of possession?
I know that he plays. I know that his team is very aggressive. His team is very aggressive.
He starves your chances and tries to hurt you. And that's why he has the extra man in the middle of the park. His job is to make the pitch tighter for you. And then, beautiful football. Why is Man not going to maybe La Masia looking for the best tiki-taka? It's not working. Eric Ten Hag has come and changed what he was playing. For him, it's not working. It's not your football. It's not your football. Look at Klopp. That's why I love Klopp. I may not be his biggest fan because of his antics on the sideline, but that's why I love what he does. Look at his slots. The same thing. He's both football. Just play your football. I will lose possession. You will score me, no problem. But I will score you. I will run you. I will go pound for pound with you. I just think the whole football is watered down, and this is what is killing footballers these days. Now, when you watch football for a whole season, 8 games, and you're looking for beautiful things to see. We no longer can see Guti. We can't see Guti again in football. We can't see Zidane in football. We can't see Mesut Ozil.
Guti was a good passer of the ball, man.
Bro, right now there is no place for Mesut Ozil in world football right now. There is no place for Mesut Ozil
at all. The number 10 is dying. The number 10 role is dying.
Where would you see? Remind me, Aaron Ramsey. Do you think Aaron Ramsey would thrive in world football today? God said. Where would you see them? Shinji Kagawa. And I'm even talking of the lesser players. I'm not talking of the El Magnificos. I'm talking of the perceived average players. Like football is watered down. You watch football and you're looking for dazzling wingers. You can't find them. You're looking for those wingers who, if they send in 3, 4 crosses from the wing, they're going in to cause havoc. Those wingers who would always know how to target the what's it called the penalty box in the 18 just to drop the ball where it will cause the most damage, the most havoc to a team. Football is like, I don't know. You're leaving me to watch Garnacho.
So are you saying that possession football is becoming a problem in football? It's not. It's really overrated.
I wouldn't entirely. I'm not the biggest fan of. I think the word possession is being thrown around anyhow. To be honest with you, so
the problem is this coming of these XGs.
I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of
all these stats and the rest.
I'm not the biggest fan of. Let me put it this way. I think I would say I'm not the biggest fan of unproductive possession, ball possession, hanging on the ball uselessly.
Sorry for interrupting. The thing you should even look at is how many coaches that play possession have won a lot of trophies, apart from Guardiola.
No, I think for me, I'm not a fan of. I think I'm not really blaming Pep. I think I'm blaming coaches for being lazy. I can say that the only thing Pep have done to footballers is turning them robots, where you basically have to play in a certain way, else you are asked from the team. We are no longer allowing these boys. We forget that these boys are natural. There are certain things they had naturally in them that they were doing so well. You know, do you know that in world football right now there is no place for Antonio Valencia? Do you know? Antonio Valencia will not play for Manchester United. Antonio Valencia may play for maybe Fulham. He may not even play for Fulham.
So if Adama Traore can play for Fulham, Antonio Valencia will play for Fulham.
No, the way Adama Traore, maybe he has a little bit more gara. You know, Valencia was basically just direct. You know what Morenta gives you every day.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, really, I'm not blaming Pep. I'm not saying it's a Pep thing. I'm just saying the managers are lazy. Oh, this is, I think it was like 5-6 years ago, you and Enebe were discussing where Enebe was saying something that he has noticed that once a team is succeeding, the rest of the teams try to pattern their play to the team rather that's on the top at the moment. And I think that's the issue we are having. That's what's going on currently.
Yeah, that was the same thing that this guy too said, Schweinsteiger. They started copying. Everybody started copying. Instead of finding their own style, they started copying.
So I think that's, for me, I blame the coaches. First off, I blame the coaches, and then secondly, talking about I really don't understand what they mean when they say possession football. But I just believe that with and without the ball, in the 3 major phases of football, or 2 major phases rather, I'm talking of the defensive phase and the offensive phase, you can control the game, you can dictate the pace of the game with and without the ball. When you're on the ball, you can damage a team. When you're off the board, you can damage a team. You can stop the team of getting clear-cut chances, being able to play through you guys. And when you get the ball, you run ahead and hurt the team and go back. That is why I still believe that as a coach, there is nothing wrong in playing a low block or a mid block. Neither is there anything wrong for you to be on the high offensive. I just think it's for you to look at the team, build up your team, for them to be able to thrive in whatever circumstance and against whatever team.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that, Pep is coming to town, or I'm going to play Pep and I'm panicking and I'm doing any special whatever. I've always told you this thing. Pep dislikes to play anybody. Pep and club, they dislike to play any coach who is going to follow them pound for pound. And that is why they don't like this guy in Napoli when he was in Chelsea.
Conte
will go for you player for player. Are you fit? Are your players good to run? And we know that most of Pep players, once you push them beyond the 50 minutes to 65 minutes game mark, they are dead physically. Their strength is when you allow them hold on the ball and they are doing all their stupid nonsense, unnecessary pass. But when you go for them pound for pound, player for player.
Maybe that's why he didn't like playing. What's his name? Klopp.
That's why he also doesn't like playing Klopp. You lose the ball, I go. I lose the ball, you come. You lose, I go. At the end of the day, let's see. The most physical and the most effective, we win the game. So I just think that coaches, managers, and that is why Ole, you remember under Ole, we are so happy about how Ole brought us back playing. He knew how to play Liverpool. When he was going, he was not scared of tweaking whatever. You're going to play Klopp. He knew what he was going to do. He was going to play Pep. He knew what he was going to do. I think he came against Pep 5 times. In those 5 times, he won 2 and drew 2. I think Pep won 1 only. I think.
I can't really remember. There was a season. There was a season that he played Pep 4 times. He beat Pep 3 times.
So I don't see the whole idea behind trying to. If you think that your team probably as a result of injury or the makeup of your players, they are not fit enough to run yards, problem. You go on blocks, low blocks, mid blocks. You start this guy. You play in zones, defense in zones, defend the man or whatever. Or you can pick up key men like Mourinho will do. Mourinho can send one player to go and box out KDB or box out the most dangerous player. Just keep them busy. They should remain busy away from the most dangerous areas of the pitch. So there are different tactical approaches to a game. I just think that managers are lazy, honestly. I just think that managers are lazy. Because when you watch these guys in the academy, like I've been following the Manchester United under 18s and under 21, specifically under 18s. I've been seeing what all these boys are doing. And then these boys come up now. They become so unlucky and they go and meet some of these stupid, lazy managers. And they just kill them. Kill the natural talents inside of these boys. They just kill the natural talents inside of these boys. But to be honest, like I really don't understand what's going on in world football, but it's becoming very boring. It's becoming very boring.
Yeah, it's boring, and the players are becoming robots.